What's up, everyone? Izzy22x here. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually participating in the EGL league. It's a players draft league, and I'm actually very excited. This is my first match. We're in week 1. I'm in the spear pillar, and yeah, I actually don't know much about Michael besides like I did see that they were fighting in WDMichael tournament. So if they use that tournament team, it's gonna be a little dicey, but I like roughly know what to expect. So I'm pretty excited. And I actually had a different team that I was gonna use, but there was some glaring weaknesses, and I was scared, and it actually worked out. So I'm actually using Roller Coaster, Rose Tower team. They got second place in the Rose Tower competitions, and I've been actually doing really good. This is also the team I used yesterday as I'm filming this video to get second place in a +1 tournament that they have for patron onlys. So yeah, I was a little nervous and didn't know what to expect because, you know, unlike normal draft leagues, you never know what the opponents are. And good thing I didn't have my other team because they actually bring in Hatcherin and Didi, and this is actually really good for me because I actually was very familiar. The only scary thing is that I Raccoon it because I'm not worried about Snorlax. So I know they're not gonna bring Snorlax. And I thought, like, you know, let's go for a stronger start. And I thought that Urshifu Dragapult might have been the better combination. And I realized that later on it's not. But yeah, I go for a very aggressive Urshifu Dragapult, especially in case, like, you know, my Dragapult KOs the Indeedee, or like Urshifu like gets a hit also onto the Hatcherin, right? And then I thought, well, I definitely want Torkoal in the back because Torkoal should be helping me out. I don't see a big issue with Torkoal not being in the back. And I believe I brought Venusaur in the back. So when I practice with this team, I usually did like doing the Terrakion Dragapult start with Sun in the back, or Dragapult Urshifu and Sun in the back. But my trainer thought it was like, you know, if this is a squishier Indeedee, depending on how it is invested, there's a high chance that Urshifu and Dragapult, or one of the two, could kill it. Because I have done some in the latter two. So it depends on the calcs, because I don't have the full calcs of this Dragapult, seeing as, like I said, it's not my team. But yeah, I do unfortunately misplay a little bit, to be honest. There was always one safer option for this thing, but it's fine. I learned a lot in the first matchup, especially the Raccoon it. But yeah, I knew like right away if this didn't work, I knew I could just do the Sun Star. So they do star in Didi Hatcherin, and I respect that. It's, you know, pretty solid lead. You don't want to bring Dust Club because there's Dragapult and Urshifu. And to be honest, like a lot of his Pokemons were really, really like strong. And yeah, here I was hoping that maybe Max Darkness kill it. But because I was worried they were Sash. I actually was worried they were Sash, given the fact that they didn't proc the seed. So I was like, oh, hope they're no Sash. And I actually never found out what item they had until game 3. But yeah, I probably could have gotten away with Chow Dynamaxing, to be quite honest. Given that I have a Sash on Urshifu, I could have not Dynamax here, save my Dragapult for... like, save my Dynamax for like Torkoal or Vino in the back instead. But I forgot why I did it anyway. But they go for the safer choice, Follow Me, which is respectful. I mean, that's what you should be doing regardless. It's the safest thing. I do Max Darkness, and this Max Darkness is my beta Max Darkness. And look at that, I almost killed it, which is very, very unfortunate. I really wish I could have like gotten the KO there, because then I would have been huge. We dropped Hatcherin special defense, which is not a big deal. And the really unfortunate thing, and this is why I should actually have just started my Sun Star against them, is that my Torkoal is actually a speedy Torkoal. It's not a 0-speed Torkoal. It's a max minute. So they get Trick Room in, which is fine. I think one of the misplays I did in this game is actually ignore the Hatcherin. I double into a Araquanid because I thought Araquanid was worth killing, which is actually a mistake. Me actually hitting Araquanid should have not happened. I should have just focused on Hatcherin, because Hatcherin was already a -1 special defense, and the Dazzling Gleam is really annoying too. So yeah, I should have 100% ignored Araquanid, kill Hatcherin, and then see what their 4th Pokemon was. I think that's what I will have preferred to do, especially like that actually was my best utility, because I had nothing for that Rakunit, to be quite honest. After I learned it, that it hurts a lot. And it survived too, and it was annoying. And the fact that I couldn't Psychic Terrain being a thing was so annoying here. Like, it legit was like so annoying. But yeah, it makes sense that it's weakness policy, but at the same time, when I was thinking about it, it's like, what is this Araquanid? Like, are you AV? Like, what will you have, right? So I really, really like the fact that Michael brought a weakness policy Araquanid. It's very unique, and I think when it comes to like draft leaks, it's very, very important, to be quite honest, to do this type of stuff. So look at that. The Dazzling Gleam did so much to me. So I should definitely have gone for Urshifer and not gone for Araquanid. So Araquanid goes Max Geyser, and this is actually really huge. Dragapult survives on 3 HP. It's gonna die to orb damage, which is absolutely fine still. But yeah, that is very unfortunate, and like that did so little. Like it's like max. Like I should have known right away. It's like you're max HP, and like look at that. I couldn't even kill it. This is actually not the saddest part though. The next part of what happened is actually really unfortunate. But yeah, both of our Pokemon survive. And like I said, I should have targeted Hatterene, because if I hadn't procted the weakness policy on Araquanid, things would have been a lot better. Another thing is I realized that sometimes I really do wish I had Protect on my Dragapult instead of Beat Up, but you need Beat Up. But yeah, here's the thing. I have a Speedy Torkoal, and I don't know if my opponent didn't realize it on game 2, because they might have not noticed it, but they go first, and I'm gonna protect Urshifer because they're probably gonna go for my Torkoal, right? And I go for Eruption because I think is the strongest move given Sun and stuff. And it really sucks because the Araquanid actually survives. I think I could still have this game had Araquanid not survive, to be quite honest. Because I think there was 2 more turns of Trick Room, and it actually also sucks because in Sun, actually no, I think it's the Dazzling Gleam damage. I think if I was a full health, I don't think Araquanid might kill me. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this is the saddest thing, that the fact that I kill Hatterene, but it was a -1 is that, but I don't kill the Araquanid. Like, this is the saddest possible thing. And then yeah, they max Geyser and they KO my Torkoal. And I think, I don't know how much is it the fact that I was already low, or the fact that they were a +2. Either way, it's very unfortunate, because if Torkoal had gotten the KO on Araquanid, that was a double KO, and then that was guaranteeing my win, because the last Pokemon they bring out is Dusclops. And yeah, I wish there was another turn. Like, I wish that was the last turn of Trick Room, but we got 2 more turns of Trick Room. And they reveal Ally Switch here, which actually caused the Araquanid, but I mean, unless Urshifer crits on Dusclops, I wasn't gonna win. But I was like, should I double protect? I decided not to double protect because I like had nothing to lose at this point, and I did go for like the sleep powder. I think I might have, no, I think I just went for like Sludge Burn or something. But yeah, them like not doing what I did like hurt them a little bit, because I don't think they needed the Ally Switch. I honestly don't know why they went for the Ally Switch here, because they didn't need it. But yeah, Max Geyser does kill my Venu, so I think it really, really, really sucks. If Venu had survived that Max Geyser, it would have been Gucci. But yeah, we get the Wicked Blow, and here's the thing, it's like, this Dusclops I probably was calculated to survive Urshifer, especially if it's not Bandit. Because man, do I wish I was Bandit, but also not. And yeah, like I have to hope that it's not, but we lose in game here. But it was really close. And I was like, oops, I almost clicked the stuff, but I wanted to know what it had to, and this is the last turn of Trick Room, right? So I can just like protect. My opponent could have still misplayed. For example, my opponent could have actually like, knowing that they could survive a wicked blow, could have gone for another Trick Room, but I mean, obviously they didn't really have to. But I did play it out for the sake of just like wanting to see what other things they had. So they had Rock Tomb, Ally Switch, Trick Room, and I actually never found out what their last move was. But yeah, the Rock Tomb makes sense because it's probably to proc the weakness policy on the Araquanid, to be quite honest. But yeah, unfortunately, Urshifu doesn't kill Dust Club. I mean, that's even a crit, and they just do Rock Tomb, which I don't know if it misses, because it would be funny if I missed. But yeah, we lose game 1, but I think that's a lot on me. I should have, like I said, target the Hatterene. The fact that I couldn't KO the damn Araquanid also really sucks. But I did it like, and that was like I said, eruption, like, and mostly healthy. So with charcoal, so that actually was very disappointing. I don't know if I got a low roll or that Araquanid was just strong. But at this point, I knew my start. There was no reason for me not to do Binu and Torkoal here. Because I'm gonna do Max Ooze and then Eruption and potentially kill that Hatterene, so no Trick Room. I think Urshifu is very important because I have the Sash. And then the last Pokemon is the one that almost cost me the game. But I decided to bring Porygon just in case, you know. Because letting them set up Trick Room was really annoying. But I think having the Psychic Terrain was probably another thing I really didn't like. Overall, it hurt how useful Urshifu was. But yeah, so for game 1, like I said, the things I will have changed was probably target the Hatterene instead. I ignored the Araquanid because I will have gotten another, and then because knowing that Dusclaw was his last Pokemon, that actually, and then probably like I said, not freaking like. I could have one for a Max Phantasm or something, like to weaken its special defense, because then Torkoal probably will have kill. But yeah, yeah, exactly. I think I should have done Hatterene. Yeah, Hatterene will have me target and not proc the weakness policy. We're having my improvement for game 1. Game 2 here, I think I actually have a pretty decisive one, winning. I also don't know if Michael so I knew what I wanted, but I took my time a little. But I don't know if Michael was doing the trick where I have learned that people wait a little to mind game their opponents, because they could just go Hatterene in DD here, and which is, you know, no reason for them not to go. It worked last game, why not just do it? And I can respect that a lot, because yeah, there's no reason not to. But yeah, my strat here is pretty much Eruption, Max Ooze. This should get a potential double KO, and then we can get Vine Lashes. Like, as long as we don't let them set Triarch, it's pretty good. And then Michael actually does something really cool here. And here's where I don't know if they forgot about my Speedy Torkoal, because they actually max Hatterene. And maxing Hatterene is not a bad idea. If they had been, like, if my Torkoal wasn't the Speedy Torkoal. I think here, I understand why they still did follow me. But I think maybe being greedy and doing an expanding force would have been better. Because I think they also target my Charcoal instead of targeting my Venusaur. But yeah, I will have greeted for it. Because I think their Indeedee was faster than my Torkoal, so that will actually hurt a lot. But yeah, they went for Follow Me, Dynamax their Hatterene. Which I didn't expect the Hatterene to Dynamax. But I think that was actually pretty good of them to bring that to the table. And there you go. Yeah, that's a Dynamax. But yeah, overall, I really like playing against Michael. I did make a couple mistakes here and there. Even in game 3. Game 3, there was like a couple clutches where I could have secured my win. But it was kind of scary, to be quite honest. Anyway, let's see. So they do follow me here. Doesn't matter to Eruption. And then this is gonna be Sun Eruption plus 1, thanks to the Max Ooze. And I felt like, man, this is probably a very bulky in DD. But I thought the Maxu was worth it. Because if Hatterene hadn't Dynamax, it would have killed. So this guarantees the killing in DD, which is huge. And then, yeah, so they go Max Mindstorm to Torkoal. I think that actually sucks, because that they actually did one-shot me. They are Life Orb, though. Which is fine, though, because I have Urshifer, and they don't have... Right now, they do not have a... what's called... They don't have Trick Room. Okay, so here was the important thing is, are you gonna... I was wondering whenever they were gonna go Trick Room or not. Or Ally Switch here. And because I didn't know which one they were gonna go, I believe I double into Dust Club. Because even if Hatterene, like Hatterene Protect to secure the... No, actually, no. I think I risked... Did I risk it? No, yeah, I think I did that. Okay, so I did double into Dust Club and Hatterene didn't Protect. Yeah, they went for Ally Switch here. And these actually, you know how I say in the game 1 it was worth actually not going for Hatterene? I mean... I had to respect the, like, here the Ally Switch, like, hurt them, because I actually got to kill the Hatterene. And I know Wicked Blow doesn't get you killed, but they didn't set up Trick Room, so this is actually pretty good for me. So, yeah, the Ally Switch hurt them, because I regardless, I had to go for the Dust Club, because I couldn't let them set up Trick Room, even if I had Porygon in the back. And like I said, Porygon was very awkward in this game. Like, I brought it, and I wish I had Eerie Impulse. This is actually really one of those where I really wish I had. So, when it comes out, and I actually don't care about Dust Clubs. I can 1v1 Dust Club, and I'm just gonna... I already set up Binds, but I think I do G-Max Bind Lash again. But yeah, it had to die, because he was my bigger threat. And then I think so if they go to Ally Switch, it doesn't matter either. Because, again, that's... I don't think Araquanid can one-shot me. And being a +1, actually, this was really nice damage, you know. Yeah, we get a Wicked Blow, and I think here's when they're Trick Room. And that's why I'm confused, because I actually will have tried protecting here if they were going... Well, actually, no, yeah, the Protect wouldn't have mattered, because I will have Kill. Yeah, never mind. And this is actually really, really funny. Dust Club survives with, like, 1, 2... Like, look at that. That's 1 or 2 or 3 HP. Like, super low. Like, all these games with, like, the potential, like, stuff. But, yeah, that is game 2. We're gonna game 3. And actually, very, very funny. Especially because after seeing what they brought. I actually had a thought that Michael wasn't gonna start Hatterene in DD. And that he actually was gonna start Dust Club in DD. And you see me actually thinking I should probably just Urshifer Torkoal. Yeah, Urshifer Torkoal. Like, I almost really went Urshifer Torkoal. Because... But the thing is, though, going for that play was also really dangerous for me. Because then I do kill in DD, they get to set up Trick Room, and it's a free switch in. Which is what I don't want them to do, right? The secondary thing I thought is, like, maybe I go Porygon 2. Porygon 2 Venusaur or Porygon 2 Torkoal. Something like that, right? Given that they were gonna start with a very, very simple start. Man, that sounded wrong. But anyway, yeah, I actually debated as you can see right now, should I just do Urshifer Torkoal? Like, there was no way they were gonna bring Hatterene anymore. They saw how much damage Torkoal did it, and they couldn't set up Trick Room. With Dust Club, they know that I can KO it, especially now with Follow Me, and And I was like, should I? But I thought it was actually a little too risky. I thought trying to do that read wasn't worth it. Instead, I was thinking maybe I don't Dynamax turn 1, and I actually try Sleep Powder the Follow Me and kill Dynamax turn. Because if you start in DD Dust Club, though, it's a very, very passive lead. It's actually a lead that it works on my advantage, because that means that they had to have brought either Hatterene or Snorlax, Glacier in the back, because I know they're 100% are gonna bring a Raquanet. So here, the only regret I do have is, like I said, it's like maybe Porygon 2 did work out, but I wonder if like this team will have been better with like Stack Attacka or something like a little slower too, that also has Trick Room. But Pichu didn't give me hacks. Well, it gave me a crit. But yeah, so game 3, I kept it the same. They did swap it, and surprise, surprise, it is indeed the Dust Club. And here is where I wanted to be a little more mindful. I wanted to waste Dynamax turns. So a strat when it comes to Trick Room is that because they have such a passive lead, there's nothing stopping me from just doing an Eruption. Because if Indeedee just does Follow Me, which I agree, they should be doing a Follow Me. 100% because I'm gonna Sleep Powder. So we're gonna be going with that, and we're just gonna Eruption because they have nothing to stop. And again, here's where I think Michael could have risked it. I think if they have gone Expanding Force, they might have been worth it, but it's because I can't miss my Sleep Powder too. But I do think that maybe being a little greedy might have been worth it. But yeah, this was probably my best bet to do. And actually, I find out that they are Safety Goku in DD. And I think that's actually really cool, because I personally also have one for this type of occasion, given that Sun is so annoying. But yeah, I get an Eruption now, though. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill. But also at the same time, it's actually good that it doesn't kill. Because I didn't think... Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My dog is barking. But I didn't think that I was gonna... Anyway, so here is like, I want to say Venusaur. I know he has a Raquanet in the back. I don't know what is the other Pokemon he brought. I really hope it's not Glacier. But if he brought Glacier, it would have been a little dangerous, to be quite honest. But I feel like, you know, I'm not killing his Pokemons. I'm just gonna throw another Eruption because Dust Club can hit me, but it's not gonna kill me. And I get a double KO here and a free switch in. That was my train of thought, because I knew Dust Club could, even with the little damage that Dust Club will do to Torkoal, Eruption will have handled this Piranha. So I went with Porygon 2, which I think was pretty good too, because I actually was gonna just reverse Trick Room. And I get the special attack us. So they rock, yep, that's fine. And they actually made me slower, which is actually really, really funny. They actually made me slower. Okay, so I didn't clear the Dust Club. Okay, that actually sucked. The fact that I didn't get the KO on Dust Club, it really, 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 really sucked. But I know that a Raquanet is coming out. If a Raquanet comes out, then 100% Glacier is in the back. Because otherwise they could have brought Hatterene too. Actually, no. Yeah, a Raquanet will have in 100% their Pokemon regardless. And yeah, it is a Raquanet. Cool. So I know, because I'm not gonna proc their weakness policy, Torkoal will kill... Torkoal will not die to a Raquanet unless they crit me. Like, I do believe Max Geyser shouldn't be killing my Torkoal this time. So I believe I do risk it. I believe I do risk it. I Eruption again, and I think I try attack a Raquanet maybe, or Ice Beam. Yeah, I was hoping for try attack, which actually, when you think about it, it's a little risky if they had gone for Ally Switch. But I think it didn't matter because they knew that Duskull was gonna die. Oh, no, actually, okay, so I actually went for a reverse Trick Room. Okay. Man, sometimes Easy in the past and Easy in the present while doing this video is a little confusing. So they Dynamax a Raccoonet, which makes sense because they want to change the weather. To be honest, we have used a lot of I think this might be turn 3 of the Trick Room, which I think is pretty huge. Okay, so Dust Club does go out. I think they were gonna try to Trick Room reverse, which I'm actually like, I'm glad, but here too, a Raccoonet actually goes for Torkoal, and I can respect that. Like, I understand why you will go for Torkoal. Torkoal is a big threat because of Glacier. So they actually brought Glacier in the bag, which actually sucks. Because if they had brought Hatterene, I would have preferred that. But it makes sense why they didn't brought Hatterene if they were using Dust Club this time. So yeah, here is a very decisive thing. And I needed to sack a Pokemon. And I don't know if Michael actually brought my swap, or they were just being extra safe with Torkoal, because they actually double into my Urshifu, and that sucks. I actually wasn't happy about losing Urshifu as I did, but this was gonna be a Raccoon's potentially last Dynamax turn, and I had to do this. So I had to sacrifice Urshifu because Trick Room is gone. They can't set it up, and I don't want to sack Torkoal because Torkoal is my best way to kill Glacier, because Glacier is gonna kill my Venusaur in 2 Icicle clashes. So I was like, I need 100% Torkoal for endgame. Another try attack into a Raccoonet, because why not? We just cheap it. They go for Max Butterfly, and I was like, what? It kind of sucks, but also was kind of confused about that one. But yeah, here's like the Icicle class into Urshifu. Like, I don't know why they double into Urshifu, because if I had protected, then they could have a max attack, right? I don't know if they wanted just a Chillinate or if they actually read the swap, because for me that was a little confusing. But yeah, here I had to bring Venu. I couldn't, because there was one more turn of Dynamax for one more turn of Dynamax for a Raccoonet. I had to make sure he couldn't set up the rain. And also, I'll admit, this is the second place that I also don't know if they read my Max Guard, because they actually ignore my Venusaur. I go for Max Guard because I thought like last year might hit me, and I didn't want to get any damage yet, not while like the weather's not out here. But they actually double into Porygon, and like I said, I was very surprised about that. But yeah, I knew our Raccoonet had to die because he's fast. I believe our Raccoonet probably was faster than my Torkoal. And I just had to keep chipping on our Raccoonet. So even if I decided to protect later on, I could still like do a lot of good damage on it. But yeah, they double into my Porygon. Thankfully, Porygon doesn't die. They actually end up missing the high horsepower into Porygon too. Which, given that they didn't miss their Icicle Clash too, it's like very spicy, very good. But yeah, ignoring my Venusaur for like a little, I don't think they should have ignored my Venusaur, but because if they have double into my Venusaur instead, it would have been huge. Like I get it if you max Geyser to kill my. Actually no. They might have read the Torkoal swap. Actually, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still was very confused, but also at the same time makes sense. And then our Raccoonet actually shows that it did have Protect, which again, I don't know why they didn't Protect that other time. But I was comfortable with this. I needed the free switch in anyway. Like, I think if they had kill, like, so if I had lost, like, if I had lost Porygon 2 on last game, I would have had Sun. I would have done Bind Last into a Raccoonet because our Raccoonet wouldn't have protected. And then I would have done Eruption or protected my Torkoal this turn regardless. So I think regardless, even if that high horsepower didn't miss, I still had a pretty big chance. But yeah, I knew Torkoal could 1v1 last year. So I didn't really care for it. I just wanted to kill a Rockwinet here. Because I thought Rockwinet was more scary. And then once I set up my Vine Lash, I mean, there's a chance that Glacier could have critted me, though. But yeah, I think I really wanted the free swap bot, and at the same time, maybe it didn't work out for me. I don't know. It was a little weird. To be quite honest, because now I believe I'm back to +1 on my what's it called? I'm on my back to +1 on my Porygon too. Yeah, so. And that's why we also did the Maxus, like I said. And then we 3 attack. And I think this crit on the 3 attack might have mattered more. Because I don't need to... I don't need to Heat Wave anymore. Air Power... Like, Porygon 2 can solo the Glacier 2. But yeah, no, like, this is where, like, Torkoal being speedy helped a lot. Because under normal circumstances, Torkoal wouldn't have done as hot. And yeah, that is, like, in range of a 3 attack and just Earth Power. So in hindsight, maybe I didn't need Torkoal in the back. And I could have just sacked it. And then I would have had Urshifu. And Urshifu would have, like, you know, done pretty good too. But it is what it is. It worked out. And, you know, maybe I think I still could play better. Like I said, me attacking a Rockwinet when they protect it should have been telegraphed it. I thought they would protect their Glacier more, but that wasn't my rate. But anyway, GG's Michael. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my commentary, my thoughts. But super happy to win my first game. Until next time, bye!